Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. I just want to give you guys a tip on an easy fix if you have a crank no start problem. All right, I just want to throw it out there that I had this problem about a week ago on this car, and I did everything to try to fix it. Everything. Went through as far as checking the battery, making sure that it wasn't a battery issue, making sure that it wasn't, a slow crank. But it wasn't a slow crank, it was a strong crank. But you gotta resolve the battery just to make sure that the battery's not the issue. Gotta cross that out, always. We checked on multiple things. The ground wire, check the ground wire to make sure that it wasn't the ground wire. Checked all the fuses. Checked all the fuses, made sure that the fuses were good. Checked all the relays, made sure to check all the relays to make sure that the relays were good, and particularly for the fuel pump, particularly the fuses for the ECM. But generally, when I do check out the fuses, I check out everything, all the fuses. I'll just take a fuse tester and test out all the fuses. As far as the relay is concerned, in situations like that, it's kind of hard to check out all the relays, but I'll check out a couple of the relays. Being, in this case, the fuel pump. Just that relay. I had to swap out a relay for another relay just to make sure that it wasn't a fuel pump relay that was the problem. Plugged in an OBD2, had the OBD2 read it just to make sure that the OBD2 that nothing came up, and there was no specific issues that was connected to this crank no start issue. Now, I will say I had this issue a couple of times. All right, I had this issue a couple of times. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't work. And this is like within the last month. Haven't had any issues with the car previous to that, but within the last month, it's just started, I'll try to crank it, I'll try to start it, and it'll crank. Sometimes it'll start up. Sometimes it won't start up. Sometimes it'll start up, 5 minutes later. Sometimes it'll start up after the third or fourth try. And it was just bugging me. I was just absolutely scratching my head over it. Went through everything a couple of times over. Just to try to figure out what the problem is. And I will tell you guys that I was absolutely stumped as far as what the issue was. I was absolutely stumped. And about a week ago, I had to do a couple of things. It was working fine the whole entire day. I drove the car, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. It was fine. For the whole entire day, it was fine until I went to a Walmart, parked it, and went to Walmart, got a couple of things, came out about 40 minutes later, and then tried to start it. It wouldn't start. It would crank, it wouldn't start. And this time, I tried it, tried so many things. I tried jumping it. I looked into everything as far as I could look into. Made sure the terminals were clean, but the current terminals were clean. I knew they were clean. I knew the battery was good. I knew everything was good on the car because I went through it a couple of times. I went through checking it a couple of times during the last month where it started having this issue, and it got worse and worse and worse, and I just couldn't figure out what the problem was. until I had no other choice. So before calling the tow truck company, it just dawned on me that it could be the fob key. It could be the fob key that was the problem. All right, because the battery on the key came with the car. It hasn't been changed for a good long while. As far as I can tell, I didn't change it. I'm pretty sure the fob key wasn't changed for a good while. That's my assumption. So since I was at Walmart, I was thinking to myself, okay, I don't have a second fob key with me. I don't have a second fob key with me. Like a lot of people don't carry the second fob key with them. A lot of people don't even have a second fob key. A lot of people don't know where the fob key is, second fob key is. So I was looking at the fob key, I was looking at the remote, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? Is there a chance that it could be a bad battery on the fob key remote? Is there a chance that that's the case? The remote itself has a bad battery and it's not transmitting whatever it needs to transmit to the car to get it to start. And I was like, so I spent a whole entire month before I had this epiphany where it's the most simplest thing, right? If you change out the battery, you should be able to get the car to start. So I was thinking to myself, all right, it can't be that simple, right? It can't be that simple. Let me go to Walmart. Since I'm at Walmart already, I'm going to go to Walmart because I already did check everything out a couple of times. It's got to be the fob key. I was hoping it was the fob key. So I went to Walmart. I took the cover off. Took the battery off, and the battery has the battery type on the battery. So I went to Walmart, got the battery, replaced it, and then I tried to start the car, and guess what, guys? It started up. It started up. That was the simple fix. That is the simple fix that I'm telling you guys. If you guys have this crank no start issue on your car, and you guys have gone through every single thing that you guys could possibly gone through, and you guys are still scratching your head as to why you're not able to figure out what the issue is as far as it cranking up and not firing up. All right, you guys should definitely look at your fob key battery. All right, that's probably the first thing you guys should do as far as troubleshooting is concerned, because that is the one thing. When people have these car issues, they think that that there's a problem with there's a mechanical problem with the car itself. There is an electrical problem with the car itself. But the remote itself is a part of the vehicle, and the car's computer needs to be able to read the car's remote to start it. Okay, sometimes this might be the case if you have a no crank, no start issue, but the majority of the time, particularly with older cars with remotes, you will get the symptoms of this situation of a bad key battery is a crank no start. And this is a quick fix. If you guys are in this situation, you guys have a crank no start, and you guys try to figure everything out. You guys went through everything. And even if you guys didn't figure everything out, even if you guys did not even start to diagnose it, if you guys don't know what the life is on the battery on your remote, first thing you guys should do definitely is change out the battery. Then try to start the car. All right? That's your first troubleshooting step. That's everybody's should have that first troubleshooting step with a crank no start issue. And this is a quick, easy fix that will save you guys time, that will save you guys money, that will save you guys just frustration of trying to figure out what the problem is. But in any case, I hope that this has helped you guys out as far as this situation is concerned. If you guys have this symptom, it is the easiest fix in the world. Check it out. If you guys have any of your own personal experiences with this, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. All that good stuff, right, guys? Take care.